Hi, it's no secret, I'm addicted to Scamfish. I just found a lady, and she said something like her husband is a good friend, and she called him that guy. Then she friend-zoned her own husband, and I never seen anything like it in my life. So I said to myself, whoa! Something I say to myself from time to time, because an alarm went off in my head. The fact that people like this exist made me very scared. Then things got worse, because not only did she friend zone her husband, but she found another guy, and she was so attracted to him, and he is so ugly, he was another scammer. On today's episode of Scamfish, something is a little bit different. In fact, the guys actually issue a warning and say they do not actually support this woman's decisions and endeavors beyond helping her, because she, and I'm telling you, is the most detestable woman you're probably gonna see in a long time. Trust me, your blood is going to boil. If you like men, if you don't like men, if you like whoa man, if you like anything, this woman is just not for you. She's not your cup of tea, I'm telling you. But while you're hating this woman, stop and ask yourself the simple question. Do you like my hoodie? My friend made it. It's not actually for this channel, it's for my other channel, SideQuest Suvi, which you should check out. I really like it, so shout out to my friend for making this. We didn't actually officially release this, but we should, right? I mean, I'd wear this.
This is my favorite one so far. Nice job, team.
That was a very shameless plug, but not as shameless as a girl who doesn't love her own husband. Bro, if you don't love your husband, don't marry him. What? I think that was such a hard concept. Anyway, let's get started with the video. Subscribe.
I have a husband. I like him, but I don't like him that much. I mean,
That's the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, a comedian couldn't write, I like him, but I don't like him that much. I mean, I married him, but he's like, we're friends. That's hilarious. I hope she understands. Dave Chappelle and Robin Williams and all the other greatest comedians in the world are throwing their notebooks in the trash, even from heaven, because they can't write shit like that. Friend zoning your husband for the memes is fucking hilarious. The fact that she's not a comedian makes this fucking depressing.
he's a great guy and everything like that, but it's just that,
Did she say "Bleh" for a husband? It's the one she said I do. You know, they said like, do you take this man? She said I do. She should have said that at the altar. Do you take this man? Do you take him, or what, are you taken? What the fuck?
We spend a lot of time on these videos and we try to keep them as raw and organic as possible for you guys. We try to give you what the facts are.
This one took a different turn.
So yeah, like I said, the boys at Scamfish had to issue a warning to say we don't even condone this type of behavior. That's how bad the episode was. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be something. Then I saw her standing in front of some dental office and I was like, oh, this is gonna be super bad. I know dentist assistants, for some reason, what? If you're a dental assistant and you're a nice person, but if you're not, why are you like this?
hey everyone, my name's Mary Lee. I am a dental assistant.
I don't trust people with two names. Mary Lee, two first names? I don't trust people with two last names, like Thompson, Jones, like bro. What are you trying to sell me? What's the name? Mary Lee. Pick one.
For the last 28 years, I love dentistry. I have a 34-year-old son.
That's critical. That's most critical. That's what's up, guys. That's I didn't know that was your mom's, bro. Sorry about that. But she sucks.
I have 2 Jack Russell Terriers.
That's not a Jack Russell. What the fuck is this? What? That's okay. I have 1 golden retriever just sitting right here. Whoop. Anything is anything to this woman.
And I like to drink beer and talk shit. I have a husband. I like him, but I don't like him that much.
She sounds like King of the Hill. What, Bobby?
What a bitch.
I like to drink beer and talk shit. That's a bar from a Post Malone song. I didn't think that was a person. Alright. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought marriage needed some sort of maturity. Like, no, I am a firm believer in being a goofball, but it's gotta take some maturity, right? Talking shit and drinking beer is like what you do when you're like 18. I don't know how old this lady is. I'm assuming 50 something.
I mean, he's a great guy and everything like that, but it's just that, the fire's gone.
She's describing her husband, her betrothed, like a damn meal that she got at Denny's that she didn't like. It wasn't bad. It was a bit like, but it was alright. That's her husband. Like, you know, a vow to spend the rest of your life in sickness and health, rich or poor, you know, anything. Jesus.
Whatever you want to call it, the passion. It's just like, he's a roommate. I knew him for years. I really liked him, always liked him. Nice guy, great everything, this and that. So I dated him for 7 years before.
He's a nice guy. He's nice everything. I really liked him. Bruh, she's in high school. Girls used to be like, it's like, he's really nice. He's not like Steven, the guy with a tattoo and like daddy issues. Steven has mommy issues as well. Damn. Honestly, with that haircut, you look like Theo Vaughn. Jesus. He looks way better than you actually. Sorry, Theo. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be a little mean here. You don't have the right to be that egotistical, do you? You know what I mean? That's crazy. Some guy was like, I'll take you, I'll marry you. There's nothing wrong in the relationship. You just lost your fire, which is valid, just by the way. I'm just saying you should talk that out. Don't just sit here and like go behind people's back, which he's doing, by the way. He doesn't know about this.
Before he decided, hey, well, let's get married. Because he promised me safety, financial security, and not having to want for anything.
What in Mount Rushmore did she just say? Not having to want for anything? What the hell does she mean? All right, well, I've never seen a marriage proposal be that like one-sided, where she was like, he promised me financial security and everything, and apparently she looks like she's got it. So I don't even know why she's complaining. In return, you get that hot, beautiful wife that looks like a Karen in the dictionary. You know? That's good.
He has my back. He cares a lot about me, and I seem to come first in his life. That was a good deal for me.
This is getting sadder every second. She's not said one bad thing about him. Financially, he's there. He cares about her. He puts her first. He has her back, and she doesn't like him at all. Is it the small peepee? Bruh. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to understand, because I don't know what the hell you could possibly want more from a man. I guess maybe being funny and having a big ego.
That was a good deal for me. I'm thinking, hey, this is a win-win. I don't have to worry about money. I can get whatever I want. Yeah, I could do this.
Yeah, that sounds like a real win-win situation. You don't have to worry about money and you can get what you want. Sounds like both parties are winning there. Thank you, lady. Wow. I do not like her.
Well, 4 years later, I'm like, I'm bored, until I met this person online.
So, okay, being bored in a relationship, I'm not a doctor, you know what I mean? But here's my big advice to you if you're bored. Get a hobby. The other person in a relationship is not going to be the person to save you from your personal pursuit. And if you give up every personal pursuit for another person, you're a dodo head, because you have so much life and you've had life before them. You might even have life after them. So you need to prepare yourself to be an individual before you can be a team with somebody. If you expect someone else to do everything for you, you'll never really be a fully realized person. You're just not going to be one. And this lady got to 50 something and still didn't realize that. She's going to be on an island forever. Trust me. This is never going to work out well for her. I know what you're saying. It probably did already. 4 years of something she didn't want to be in. Currently doing this on Scamfish. I don't think things are going as good as you think they are.
Benedict was Mary Lee's type.
Anyway, she meets a guy called Benedict, just like the eggs, I know. And apparently she thinks this is the most handsome guy ever. I'm not saying he's not a handsome guy. He looks kind of like me, but white. That is hilarious now that I think we look the same. He might be a bit sexier, but anyway.
He was a stockbroker out of Chicago, handsome, and was established.
I was watching TV one day and there was nothing on, so I got bored and got on my phone, went on Facebook.
Bro, what kind of shit is, bro, I don't even know. The fact that she has kids really scares me. A kid, sorry. It's really scary that she could sit down and be like, I'm bored. What else is on? I'm bored. This TV bores me. Find me something to do. In a day like this, in social media era and Netflix and everything's at your fingertips, we actually have an excess of content. We're so oversaturated that it's hard to get bored. Saying you're bored when you're like 150 years old is like, bro, take up knitting, take up crochet, play basketball with LeBron James for all I care. Find something to do. Maybe even do your husband once in a while. He might like it.
To see if there's any new posts from my friends and all that, and I get this.
Old people always text like that, don't they? They hold a phone and they're like they have like haptic feedback with their fingers. It's like, why do they do that? Can anyone tell me why old people do that? They smack the phone. What the fuck?
Friend request. You know, I look at it and then I open it up and ooh, Rico Suave.
Facebook yet again captures another scammer. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't care at this point. Old people just go there to get scammed and to see fake news. AI is going to bamboozle old people in so many ways. They're going to be scared and horny. Fake news and fake people. Your grandma's getting horny and she thinks South Africa is burning up in flames due to the eruption of the world right now. Do you like that? Do you want that?
His hair is black, like salt and pepper like. He's got a beard. He's gorgeous. He's nice looking. That's all I have to say about that. But
He looks like a man. Yep.
good looking, you know.
Oh, wow, you said that. All right. I guess she really thinks this is the most handsome dude of all time.
Cute too. You just wanna just
He's handsome and he's cute. Holy shit. This man has it all.
pinch those cheeks. Yeah, I know, what the hell, you know. So I hit confirm. Well, later on,
What is that picture? Why does it look like he died and someone painted him? What am I missing? I guess it's a scam, but like, what? What? Is that not something worth asking? Like you see someone and like, oh wow, you got a whole mural of yourself with a bird. It looks like you passed away. What? Can you explain that? Or you just took that one day? Okay, that's weird.
he contacts me and says, "Thank you for accepting my friend request, and how are you?" And he told me his name was Benedict.
All right, so he starts with, hey, beautiful. Everyone knows, hey, beautiful is not the way to start a sentence. I wish people would say, hey, beautiful to me.
Hey, beautiful.
I like that. But for a girl, you know, he just kind of doesn't seem like it's the right way to start off a sentence. But I guess he makes his intent very clear. And he's running game already. First text.
Next, you know, first thing he comes out and says, "I love you." He goes, "You're beautiful." I went, "Well, gee, thank you, but I don't love you, and you don't even know me, dude." He did call me one time, and his accent sounded like Antonio Banderas, you know. And I was like, "Woo, hey."
All right, so her JJ is just swooning, right? She said he called her on the phone and sounded like Antonio Banderas, but he's from Chicago. I don't know if you've ever heard people from Chicago. None of them sound like Antonio Banderas. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, Chicago, okay. He probably called, he was like, "What's up, G?" And she was like, "Oh my God, that's sexy. What kind of, what accent is that?" "Ooh, special needs." "Oh yeah, I like that." That's good. That's really good. She's done for, man. Those glasses are not helping.
I just like talking to him, you know, and he makes me laugh. I make him laugh. And that Rico Suave voice, man, woof, tell you what. Like,
I need to hear some of this voice. She's just building this voice up. I don't know if we ever get to hear the voice. She said he called, so I really want to know. I'm gonna spoil a little bit here. It's a Nigerian man, of course. Is she mistaking a Nigerian accent for a Spanish one? That's funny. All right.
I'm frustrated at work. I'll get on the phone like, "God damn." And he goes, "Well, I don't like that you're sweating a dove, you know." And he goes, you should. You're a queen, you know. I'm his princess. I'm just like,
Princess should at this point be used as a term, like, you know, you say it and then you start a fight. Oh, sorry, not even princess. Queen. Princess is all right. Queen is like, hey, queen. No. Look, she's 55. She's not a princess, okay? She used to be, but she's not. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what else to say. This 55-year-olds, 70-year-olds flirting has really messed my mind up. If 70-year-olds are saying babe, what am I gonna say? Pre-child? Pre-born? What? Babe for 70? No.
the nickname I have for him is Benny Wafer because it's a thin, sweet cookie. He just calls me his queen or, you know, his princess. He claims, oh, he was going to go buy us a lake house.
Bitch, are you insane? If you get a friend request and then, I don't know, weeks later, someone says, I'm gonna buy you a lake house, and his name is not Mark Zuckerberg with a fucking tick next to it, then you don't have any right to believe that shit's gonna work. Are you kidding me, dude? He claims he's gonna buy me a lake house. He calls me queen. I don't know. Is he Freddie Mercury?
He wanted to know what my ring size was. And I'm like, why? He goes, well, I want to buy an engagement ring for you.
What's your ring size? Why? I don't know. I just want to buy a ring for your penis.
What?
Oh no, I meant your finger.
Sure you did.
Sorry. This lady annoys me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, I'm not even divorced yet, you know. There's just something there that it's like an addiction. I just can't get enough of talking to him. Another thing that I don't understand is why would a good-looking guy like that, who could have his pick?
So, I guess she's like already in her head divorced her husband because she so easily tosses him to the side and says things like, the divorce is not even ready yet, blah, blah, blah. So she's completely has no feelings for her husband, clearly. And then she says the most self-aware thing you'll ever hear in any Catfish episode. She says, why would a guy like that go for someone like me? Which firstly, claps. Exactly. Secondly, do you think he's George Clooney? What are you looking at that I'm not seeing? What are you seeing that I'm not? He's the most beautiful guy in any girl, willingly?
Any lady in Chicago wants something to do with some small town hit girl like me. I don't know, just wrecks my brain. You know, I'm kind of drawn to
That guy?
him, which I know I shouldn't, but I can't help myself. But just thinking,
He looks like he's holding in a shit. Are you serious? Okay. One of two things. Either everyone in Chicago's ugly or like really is the most beautiful guy. I'm not seeing it like fully. Maybe because I haven't seen the full picture. He might be he's a beautiful guy, I'm sure.
well, if he's real, then I would like to know more.
Benedict and Mary Lee's bond over the internet started to grow by the day. They had been in contact for over a year now, and this whole time she was hiding everything from
She sent him nudes. I don't think they ever speak about it, but like, come on. She was so smitten by him. She sent him ass pics. And then, you know, fucking look like flat tires and shit. You know that. Ugh. This is the type of like news you send on Instagram and it says, "Are you sure?" Then it sends you a crying emoji after sending the picture. And it says, "Why'd you do that?" Like, that's what I'm sensing here.
her husband.
I have told my coworkers.
Yeah, like Drew says, she's been hiding this from her husband. It's under his nose the whole time. So this guy is apparently the most trustworthy, loving, beautiful man. And I hope, husband of this thing, if you're watching either that or this, I hope you find someone who is absolutely worth the energy you put in. Because if you're putting in that effort, you should get it out. And this woman is clearly not giving you that. The last part about putting out good energy into the world is that you attract some great people, but you also attract people who want that energy and give you nothing back. And the last part about putting out this good energy into the world is seeing who deserves your energy. I know it sounds like a crazy white lady with like lots of anal beads or whatever, but like seriously, it matters. It matters because you have to have self-respect. And I don't want to shit on the guy here, but like at some point you have to, you know that this lady would have presented red flags. I feel like everyone can tell, she just by the way she's talking to anyone so openly about this, her husband probably sees it and chooses to ignore it. And the last part of this is realizing I'm worth more than this. So I didn't mean for this to be a TED talk, but it turned out to be that. Sorry, man.
Only. My family doesn't know. My husband doesn't know. Then he hits me up because I was wondering if you could.
That's so sad. She told her coworkers. It's not the coworker's place, you know. But like, if I was the coworker, I wouldn't be her friend. I wouldn't engage with any of that conversation. I can't condone that, man. That stuff you leave personally, because like if you tell it to me, then you're like involving me in something I don't want to know.
Do something for me. I'm like what? He goes, well, do you think you can like get me a gift card?
Oh yeah, I forgot this is a scam. Sometimes I'm like, oh wow, this is really working. Of course, Benedict needs money. He's Benedict, you know what I mean? He needs money.
I go, a gift card? I go, what the hell you want with that? I said, you don't ask me for money. I go, only people I give money to is my son. Well, it just keeps going on and on and on and on. And so one day I said, hey,
weird flex, but okay.
If I give you a $50 gift card, will you just back off of me? Because I said, I about had enough of this, bullshit, The one day, my husband.
So Mary Lee puts down the law. She lays it down hard. She says, I'll give you one gift card, but no more. Don't you ever ask me for money again. And what do you think happens, guys? Yeah, exactly. It's like Dora the Explorer. You all said it at the same time. That's cool.
And decided he's going to kick me out. I thought, what? Because he found conversation with this guy. So I packed.
Why she stop rapping there? I guess the husband found out or something, I'm assuming. He decides to kick her out. And then she makes this weird noise. She's like, I said, what? My husband decided to kick me out. I was like, whoa, wiggity, what? I'm not lickety leaving. Finally. Good work, husband.
Got my things. And
oh, okay. So she left a trail of, what is it? Cookie breadcrumbs? Cookie crumbs? Some shit like that. Whatever the cheating metaphor is. And then this husband found it and said, get out of my house. And then she got kicked out. Which is good. This is where the story should end. But unfortunately, there's way more.
I go stay with my sister for a while. And I asked that guy, I said, hey, I got kicked out. I go, maybe I should come see you in Chicago. He goes, well, I'm not in Chicago right now. I'm in Seattle.
Damn. Bro, this is the reddest flag. This flag is like red hot chili pepper. Imagine getting a text from a girl, my husband found out about you and kicked me out, maybe I should come see you now. That's trouble. Dude, that is 50-something-year-old lady saying shit like that. That's trouble, man. Nobody should be dealing with this. Therapists should be dealing with this only.
I'm like, excuse me? So I stayed with my sister for like 3 months.
Yeah, so he had the nerve to move from one place to another. You know, unlike most human beings, he's not bound to one room. But I guess she's like, whoa, you went to Washington without me? Okay, that's radical. My husband kicked me out for cheating, and you moved to Seattle? Which one of us is worse?
Till my husband kept calling and telling me he was sorry. I need you back here. He goes, I miss you, and we could work this out and all that stuff. And so after I got back home, you know, I didn't talk to that guy for a long, long time.
The story has so many moving parts. I'm like thinking about the husband, and the whole time I'm like, man, I thought he was gonna stay strong on this, but apparently a few months later, he wants her back. Now, I don't know what you would want back with this woman, especially if you find someone cheating. She didn't really seem to make an effort to want to work it out. This doesn't seem to be something you can reconcile, especially if one person is checked out of the relationship. She's gone. She's out of the hotel, and you're still at the lobby crying for her? Bro. Please. But he wants her back, and she doesn't have anywhere else to go, so she's coming back home.
He starts back up again. He sent me a $5,000 money order check. I never cashed it. I just told him, hey, look, I got this. This is fake as hell. I'm not doing it. You know, I said, I'm not going to jail.
All right, so she's back home. She didn't talk to him, but now she's talking to him again. I can't really trust what she's saying, but he sends her a check, which is clearly fraudulent, and she seems to know this. This is a weird woman we're dealing with. It's someone who seems to know that this person is trying to scam her, but keeps on talking to him. That's a new one. That is a new one.
But then, a few days after I got that, he sends me flowers here at my office. That's great and all, but...
Now, this is crazy, and Scamfish doesn't really touch up on this, but it says, from your husband, I love and miss you, Benny Water. It's an actual thing where someone sent gift cards. Someone sent flowers, which means that the scammer really cared enough to actually send flowers. And I know what you're thinking. That's weird. There's a little twist coming up. You might like it.
No more gift cards. I said, I'm not doing it. I sent him one last month. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. Maybe I was just feeling generous.
Remember when she laid down the law and she said, I'll never get you another gift card. Don't ever ask me for money again.
You don't ask me for money.
I guess she meant it. She said, don't ask me. I'll just give you money. So she's just buying gift cards. You know, as you do for your husband. Here's $20 Amazon gift voucher. Hey, spoil yourself. I got you Western Union credit check. $3.56. Buy yourself something nice.
Nice.
I sent him one for $100. I wanted to believe him, you know, hoping he was real, but...
Let's all just in unison say, if you use gift cards, you're fake as a human being. Because gift cards is the most bullshit shit I've ever seen in my life. Sorry, if I ever have a gift card sponsor, I'm going to be like, wow, I can't believe I can buy only one thing with this. But gift card takes, as Jerry Seinfeld would say, takes money that's good everywhere and makes it only good in one place. What the hell is the purpose of a gift? If you use gift cards, stop. Use money.
Benedict's request for money never stopped. He sent her flowers and a check for $5,000 and said he needed her to cash it. This is when Mary Lee became suspicious, but she still wanted to believe he was real. She needed to make a choice, and her husband was threatening to kick her out of the house.
Again? Or what do we... So I guess let's sum it up real quick. There's a guy, Benedict. He's from Chicago. Really sexy to her. She's already been kicked out. Her husband found out. She wants to do it again. She is currently talking to him again, and she doesn't know if he's real. She's pretty sure it's a scam, but still is going for it. I guess we got a really stupid person on our hands, don't we?
My husband is retired now. Yes, he does take care of all the bills. He pays for everything. I pay for my vehicle and my bills. That's our relationship. That's how we, manage our finances.
What a sad life you lead. Oh my God. How can you ever go on?
He's at the point now where he doesn't care. I could leave anytime I want. But if this guy turns out to be real and all that stuff, I can't come back this time because he said he's done. If like him and I should just divorce, he's done.
Is divorce usually for you a thing where you just do it and then you continue to live with the person and act like nothing happened? Or are we not in crazy land anymore? Last I checked, if you divorce someone, you don't like them that much. It's not a term of endearment, is it? I'll divorce you, baby. Ooh, can't wait to divorce your ass. All right. Not too much going up in that head of hers, huh?
I would just have to work like 5 days a week instead of the usual 3 here because most of the
Oh, madam, pray tell you don't have to work 5 whole days a week. Oh, how many weeks do you have to work? Do you have to go from 3 to 4 a year? Oh, wow. Hey, I hope you don't break your back doing that. Unlike just 3 days a week. Wow. How do you do it? Honestly, man, Steve Jobs, I heard he worked 1-2 seconds a year. Oh, that's someone should be clapping. Wow.
I'm asleep, so I'm just sitting there. But he's okay, but he's not okay with it. Just, I can leave anytime I want. That's about it. I know he loves me, and
Okay, so she's saying that the husband has been like saying, here's the door, walk out, but if you do, I'm changing the locks. He's pretty much established the fact that I don't really care what you do, but your decision has finality with it. If you want a divorce, you're never getting this again. So in her head, she's having this internal conflict because she was at her sister's house for 3 months, meaning she cannot bounce back. This woman will go to the gulag if she gets divorced because there's nobody else who seems to be picking up the slack. I don't know, maybe she was very sexy at one point in time, but I really don't like her chances on the streets. The streets are cold, dog. We all know this. Dating game is hard enough. Just being a human, being a unbearable one. Oh no, I don't know about that.
I don't feel that way about him, and he knows it. I don't like the way he looks. He looks like an old mountain goat. I'm thinking, God, cut your hair, trim your beard, something. I don't know. I just want to be happy, and it's hard to be happy.
Gosh, I don't think I've heard someone so mean in a very long time. He looks like an old mountain goat. He loves me, I don't love him, but I'm still married to him. He already found out that I tried to cheat on him. And if I leave the house, I'm not gonna ever be invited back in. Woo! Man, this guy's a better man than me.
With my husband just sitting there like some beached whale with a bunch of hair and not doing a goddamn thing.
Beached whale with hair? What even is that? That's a fantasy movie you're writing. Beached whale with hair. You couldn't think of anything else? Gosh. Ah. Now all I'm thinking of is whale with Justin Bieber haircut from the days of Baby. Why did you say that? That's very funny. You know, a whale being like, baby. Ah.
Do something, and just, I don't know, I'm just not happy. I'm just not a happy person.
Clearly she's not a happy person. She really seems like a very volatile human being. Not something that someone else should babysit. Look, I've had to deal with more than enough already of my share of people. Let me just be vulnerable. Girls who sometimes say that they have it together and really don't, and then take it out on me, which is really bad when you're a decent human being and all you're trying to do is help people. Sometimes you have to stand up for yourself and be like, I cannot protect you from whatever you have going on with yourself. You need to be a little better in a relationship. If you're gonna come correct. And I know that sounds funny, but like what I mean is that there's another person and you should be empathetic because life is really tough and you're going to fall one day and someone will have the choice of whether to pick you up or not. And I really truly feel like if you do good, you will have good done onto you. And if you don't, nobody is going to help you up those horrible steps in life. Okay? So this lady is just, I don't think she's gonna get that happy ending, man. This ain't a Thai massage place. Sorry, I've been drinking beautiful.
Alcohol is bad. You shouldn't drink alcohol.
I actually stopped. I'm not drinking. But it looks like I am. I know.
I had a young son when I was in, my mid.
That's how she used to look. She looks worse then. Bro, what are you marrying? Oh, sorry, I don't even know who I'm mad at.
20s, early 30s, and these guys were selfish. They were like, well, I don't want to date a woman with a kid. I want my own family, not an instant family. I'm just like, hi, Felicia.
The guys are selfish. You had a kid, and the guys are actually here. Let me break this one down. I'm gonna throw a red flag here. If you're a guy or a girl and you don't want to date a guy or a girl who has kids, that is your prerogative. That doesn't make you a selfish person. It makes you a person who's realistic and maybe not ready to deal with a situation that you're unprepared or don't even need to be in. You don't need to inherit that. If you want to, that is fine. That's absolutely fine. But you don't have to be in that situation, and you're not going to be seen as selfish because you make a decision that is better for everyone. Are you kidding me? Get out of here.
If this guy is serious, about me, about all these plans and other stuff, well, then what's the holdup? Chop, chop. Let's get to it. Quit giving me bullshit excuses, because TikTok.
Damn, she keeps talking like she's like one of the Karens that someone writes in movies, but she's a real human being for some reason. That's crazy. TikTok, chop, chop. You need to give me the lake house. I got kids of my own. You can't be so selfish. I don't know why I speak like that.
Time is not my friend. I'm getting older, and I'm losing interest in a lot of things.
I'm losing interest. I don't like you. Give me the house or I won't love you. I can offer you so much. I got kids. One kid looks like Moist Critical, but he doesn't act like it. The other kid, I don't even know what her name is, but she's 20-something now.
Thank God that's over. Yeah.
Oh, I got a husband who hates me and I want to divorce him.
You gotta be kidding me.
Don't you like it when I give you that, daddy?
It means right now, it means everything to me. I just don't like all this gift card asking, and I don't like it. And I told him that, but he keeps on and keeps on with it. And I actually like the son of a bitch, but
Got away with words, doesn't she? I bet you at the vows that's what happened. Do you take this man? This son of a bitch is gonna be mine. Yeah, I'm about to do things to him that he ain't never seen before. The Lord have mercy on his soul when I get down on his pole.
You may now kiss the bride.
Yes, sir. I don't know if she's that good with words.
just think he's not a real person, or he's not who he says he is, even though he does.
He's not who he says he is, even though he does. That's pretty much sums up her 1% battery that's going on in her head. I'm pretty sure she's just a zombie that, like, somehow is still living. I feel like The Walking Dead was based on her life.
Okay, so after we gathered all of the information Mary Lee had on Benedict, things took a big turn. We sent a FU gift cards link out to Benedict so we could track his location. Once he clicked on it, he panicked and started to catch on to what was going on.
In a huge turn of events, guys at Catfish send a link and Benedict knows what the link does. They see that he's being tracked, he's gotten tracked, and the next day he confesses to Mary Lee that he is not Benedict, but a person from Lagos, Nigeria.
Benedict's IP address and location came back to someone living in Lagos, Nigeria. The next day, he revealed his true identity to Mary Lee. He apologized to her and told her that he was in fact in Lagos, Nigeria, and he's still madly in love with her.
So he comes clean. But in another twist of events, he really likes this girl. This Nigerian person. Basically, like in Sumit and Jenny, 90 Day Fiancé, admits who he is and says, I was just hiding behind something. I know I was scamming you, but now I'm in love with you. The love is real, the scamming also kind of real. That's crazy. I did not expect this. What does Mary Lee have? What magic powers does this bitch have that I'm not seeing?
Next, we looked into this $10,000 check that had the name Kevin on it. But we noticed that the check was packaged and sent by a man named Albert. Who are these guys and why are they connected to this young man in Lagos?
So after that, the team basically catches wind of a scam going on. They have a few different names and they're trying to piece together the info. After which they call her and they let her know what is going on.
Mary Lee was still dealing with issues with her husband. We had to sit down with her to see what the future holds for her marriage and why she is still in contact with Benedict. Mary Lee was even hiding the fact that she was in contact with us. She had to tell her husband that she was going to grab beers from the store.
He believed that, he was like, that's logical, that's plausible. Whenever she grabs beers, she's out for like 3 to 5 hours. She's just sucking them down. The beers, I mean, probably, maybe more.
I didn't expect my husband to be home today, and if I would have put on all my war paint, well, where are you going? So, sorry, I look like a ghost.
That's an insult to ghosts. Stop that.
So it seemed like it took a lot to get you on the call today. Is it because of your relationship with Ben?
Yeah, because when I started talking to him, just everything, my husband would say, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? And I would say, no one, just a friend, and...
Oh my God. I don't know what she's saying, but she's in the car and she's basically explaining that her husband doesn't like it when she makes outgoing calls to other men and then sexts them over audio text. Her husband is not a fan of her cheating. He's not the biggest fan of that. So now she's in the car grabbing beers, getting drunk, which her husband thinks is marginally better than her cheating. There we go.
I've had other male friends I would be talking to on Facebook that were really real people, real legit. Last time he snatched the phone out of my hand and he broke my phone. I've been trying to get out of my marriage for a long time, but divorces cost a lot of money, and I only work 3 days a week.
Why not just...
Maybe if you work 5 days a week and work really hard, you'll get that divorce you always dreamed of. That would be good. I mean, some people save for marriage, a car, a house, a beautiful family with a dog. But you are saving to break that all up. So really, try hard. You'll get your dream if you really apply yourself.
Be transparent with your husband about everything.
I just can't. I really, I just can't, because
Yeah, so then Drew asked the pressing question, why don't you just tell him that you want a divorce? It would be easier if you guys split amicably or something, right? And then she says she can't. And you're thinking, oh man, maybe she's going to say something sweet about him.
I don't need to be kicked out again and have nowhere to live but my forerunner. That's not happening. I'm trying to fix things with my husband for a better marriage. Maybe get along, but I just don't have those feelings for him. But I'm kind of content with it.
So basically, the husband is the meal ticket and she will still get a free home as long as she can put up with him. She doesn't want to and she hates him, but she also really doesn't want to live with her cousin. And seemingly, it seems like her sister is like, please don't live with me again. So she's bouncing around for different family members. Wow. Wow.
Is there a reason why there's some hesitation to be open with him?
3 to 4 years ago, I had an affair with
Holy shit. All right. I forgot about that. I honestly pressed so much of this out that I watched this video, forgot about it, and then now I'm watching it back and I'm like, oh, this is genuinely the dankest woman of all time. She takes it. I don't know if there's anybody I've seen as a girl who's less put together. Whoever this man is, when he goes to heaven, honestly, angels have to suck him off or something, because this is
with a person we both know.
With the person we both know. Probably the lawyer or the accountant. Maybe it's the neighbor. Oh. If you're gonna cheat, which you shouldn't do it with someone they don't know. Not I shook his hand yesterday at work.
And I've always gotten along with this guy and everything like that.
Meanwhile, Benedict is still in love with this lady who's 55, a cheater, and just a homewrecker.
He found out, and so I was a little uncomfortable and stuff like that. So I tried to work out things with my husband, and me and that other guy, well, we never talked again.
4 years ago was when the marriage was pretty early on, huh? So she was just in that marriage and already was cheating. The fact that we find out this is not the first time is really sad. It's heartbreaking, actually. This poor guy has to deal with this woman. I honestly, I know it's hard, in the moment, but once you see yourself and your self-worth, you'll be like, I'm not going to deal with you, and your life gets way better, and then you're like, okay, I like this. You got to protect your, feelings, man. Your peace. You got to protect your peace, as people say, because, it's not worth going to war over this for.
Pretty much told my husband that, I won't stray again. Actually, I haven't at all, really, because I'm not out there dating or doing anything wrong that I thought was wrong. But even talking to somebody online, I guess you can call that some form.
Yeah, I guess saying things like, I want to bang you so bad and leave you, and I want you to buy me a house and marry me, and I want to start a family with you. I guess that could be considered as some form of not being faithful to the person that you would. I guess so. Yeah, let's call it that.
I'm not cheating, but I wasn't acting on it. He doesn't trust me as far as he can.
Which he can't, because he's not The Rock or The Big Show. Okay? You know what? You look like a little whale with hair yourself, okay?
Throw me. I got to come home right after work. I can't make any stops or go anywhere to get stuff. He has to be with me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I know. I hate it when girls are like, I like you. I want to be around you. You're a really cool person. Can we hang out? Let me get to know you more. It's like, bro, can I go outside and drink beers and piss myself and poop my pants like a normal guy? Jeez. What do you want to do? Marry me? Start a family with me? That sounds nice. That sounds beautiful. I hate that. Oh.
Don't you think that he's like this for a reason?
I had an affair. And I could see why.
I can't. Who's having affairs with you? Wow, lower people's standards. Sorry. Jeez. I mean, you'd think that this woman was Anne Hathaway. Oh my goodness. Why? You know what I mean? What?
Years ago, I really did care for him. And,
you had an affair 4 years ago. I think people who are unhappy in whatever situation they are create other situations they think they'll be happy in. And I'm assuming this is why people cheat. I always say, if you're not happy, talk it out. It is not something that you have to be ashamed about, where you're like, I'm unhappy, or I didn't know this relationship was going to be like this. What is really shameful is someone not telling the other person, not because they think it'll hurt them, but because they'll have to deal with the consequences consequences of those actions. That's ridiculous. Sometimes you're gonna have to go through some heavy shit. You're gonna have to say things like, I don't feel this way, and I hope that you're okay with that, and if you're not, then I'm sorry. And it might make me look like a bad person, but objectively, that's better for both of us than me pretending everything's okay. That's not accepting responsibility. And when you get people like that walking around, they all just look like they bunch up on each other. Maybe this is what everyone's just cheating. I don't know. Maybe it's just a small town. Everyone knows each other.
Loved him and everything like that. But then once we got married, it's just all of a sudden, bam, handcuffs going on. You know, it's like I'm some type of trophy. And I'm just like,
In my opinion, handcuffs going on after marriage means a great fucking marriage. I guess not in yours, huh?
I can't get out.
Now the package, you sent us an image of this package. I believe you labeled it as a fake address.
That came from Little Rock, Arkansas. I have absolutely no idea who that is. Never met him, never heard of him.
Quick tangent, they also talk about a package. It's not really, it doesn't have much to do. There's some other person named Albert, and he seems to know he's been getting scammed for ages. It doesn't really pertain to the story. This is more about the detestable woman at this point.
How are your feelings towards new Ben?
So then after this whole Albert debacle, they talk about Benedict, who's actually Nigerian Ben, and they don't even say his other name. They're just like New Ben. Old Ben was white and from Chicago. New Ben is from Nigeria. I just find that funny. But she basically does not like New Ben. She thinks he's too young and also living in Lagos. So like maybe not as interested in him. But she doesn't say that she's not interested in him. So I'm kind of like freaked out at that's happening.
I would say apprehensive, not trusting. Now that I know he's a kid, I'm just like, he might have mommy issues, but
Yeah, he's the one with issues. This is the only time I'll ever say this in Scamfish. The scammer is the one with morals. He actually admitted who he was. He's not the bad guy in this episode somehow. Would you believe it?
yeah, I still kind of like him as a person, but he's looking for a sugar mama, and I'm not it.
Oh, okay. Well, he's looking in the wrong place, clearly. I'm assuming that's done for now, but I think her marriage is as well. I don't know. Let's see.
Thing that he's told you is a lie. There's no reason to keep talking to him or to believe anything at all he says.
Yeah, like he gives a shit how I feel. I just went, yeah, you know what, buddy, I'm not feeling so hot today, so I'm going to distance myself.
Yeah, okay, so she's like, wow, this guy doesn't care about how I feel, not understanding the irony of how she's been treating her husband the whole time. And here we are at the conclusion.
I just need to work on me. I need to work on kind of getting out of this marriage due to unhappiness. So I'm just ready to move on, block him from email all the way around so I could just focus on me.
Yeah, block the email address. That'll do. So her plan is to block this man from Nigeria, not get catfished anymore, and work on her marriage. But instead of working on her marriage, she's working on her divorce, which is just admirable. I love when people achieve their goals. That's great.
My husband keeps texting me and saying, what the hell? What's taking so long? So, yeah, we got to wrap this up before he gets in his damn truck and comes down the road and...
Well, maybe if you went further than down the road. Oh, can't even cheat right, bro. She's not even cheating. She's just calling catfish. And I hope he watches this episode. I really hope the husband actually finds peace.
Busses me. I can't deal with that right now.
Thank you, Mary Lee.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to speak to Mary Lee's husband to get his side of the...
Yeah, so then she goes and they try and contact the husband and he does not want any part of this.
We weren't able to speak to Mary Lee's husband to get his side of the story. She didn't want him to get involved. She continues to work at her dental office and has taken a break from online dating.
It ends with Drew saying she's still working at her office and she's taking a break from online dating. So there's no necessary update. If Catfish, Scamfish, if you guys are watching this, please, I feel like everybody would like it if you do an update on this lady. I feel like we all need some closure here. We're humans after all. I just gotta say, hey, look, if you're a girl or guy and you're unhappy in your relationship, talk to your partner. Maybe you won't work out in that relationship, but by talking to someone and by allowing yourself to communicate and to be communicated with, you will become infinitely better in your next relationship. And that's what it's all about. Sometimes you're not gonna hit it on the first try. And to those who have, congratulations. It's an amazing thing. But it's just as valid to have 8 relationships, 10, and work and get better. The only thing that will be bad is if you have 10 relationships and don't learn a thing and constantly say things like, I've learned nothing from this and I don't know, the wrong ones keep coming. You gotta notice a pattern. If it's always the same type of person, it's what you're putting out. So I hope that somehow, as something I've said has been a lesson, I didn't mean to be this crazy over this, but a lady like this often gets me thinking, why do we even have people like this who exist? It's because other people allow them to do that. Once you stop allowing that and she sees that there is no way to go but be better, she's gonna have to do that. So the only time you truly allow yourself to get hurt is when you let people in who just don't match your freak. That was not where I thought I was going with that. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I'm sorry I talk so much. I hope I see you on the next one. Please don't leave. Bye.
Are you filming me?
Okay, Karen.